Half of Evolution back in the ring.
3 matches made for Crown Jewel.
And we have new tag team champions. Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
And this is Wrestle MSX. Randy Orton starts us off, and as he heads out from the back through gorilla position, he stops and goes over to Triple H to ask him something. Whatever it is he asked Triple H, he said no. Orton then continues out to the ring, gets in and calls out Triple H, accusing him of protecting Owens from him. The game's music plays and out comes Triple H. Orton again accuses Triple H of protecting Kevin Owens, to which the cerebral assassin says, "I'm not protecting Owens, I'm trying to protect you, Randy Orton." Triple H says that Owens is unhinged and that with Orton only just coming back from being on the shelf for 18 months, he doesn't want to see him finish for good. Orton begs one more time to have Owens in the middle of the ring at Crown Jewel, and after much milking of the crowd, Triple H gives Orton what he, the crowd, and we want. Orton Owens, Crown Jewel.
Nice. First match of the night and final match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Game 7, winner takes all, and takes on LA Knight for his United States Championship. Knight, remember, is referee in this match. Knight had his ref shirt on, his waistcoat over the top of it, and also wore his US title while officiating the match. Plus his sunglasses.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Andrade was straight out of the gate, a spinning elbow on Hayes and cover for 2 before leaping over Knight to get to the outside and land on Hayes, who'd been thrown out the ring. When we come back from the break, we find Knight has removed his belt and sunglasses, and Hayes is down in the corner. Andrade misses the double knees, so hits an inverted Spanish fly instead, leaving both men down on the mat. They just manage to beat Knight's 10 count.
Andrade then counters Hayes with a Canadian Destroyer and double knees in the corner before going for the cover. Hayes kicks out at 2. The kick out sending Andrade crashing on to special guest referee Knight, who was counting. Knight, annoyed, turns away, probably because he can't do anything, and misses Hayes' quick roll-up pin on Andrade. Hayes confronts Knight about missing it, while Andrade launches an attack but stops just short of hitting Knight. Hayes then launches an attack and connects with Knight, who ends up outside the ring. It goes horribly wrong then, as Andrade hits 2 of the 3 amigos on Hayes, with Hayes stopping the third and performing a cutter on Andrade. Hayes goes for the pin, but with no ref, the crowd count instead.
They get to 5 before Knight drags Hayes out of the ring and throws him over the announcer's table. Knight gets back in the ring, Andrade asking him why he did that. I think Andrade wanted to finish the match and the series properly. Really.
Well, yes, yeah. Ultimate professional. Yeah, he wanted to do it, properly, as you say.
And then attacked Knight. Knight ducked and hit Andrade with BFT. Hayes then returned to the ring and also suffered a BFT. Knight then left the ring, rang the bell, got on the announcer's table, called Andrade and Hayes losers, and then declared himself the winner of Game 7. Absolute greatest ref ever. Loved it.
This guy needs to ref more. We then see Nia Jax talking with Tiffany Stratton in the locker room. Jax says she needs someone to get Naomi off her back. Stratton, trying to impress, says she'll do it, but Jax says she's already got someone to do it, Candice LaRae. LaRae then joins them with Indy Hartwell and tells Stratton to relax while she takes care of Naomi.
Back from the break, we see LA Knight walking through backstage when he bumps into Nick Aldis. Aldis questions Knight on what just happened in the ring. Knight answers, saying he had no business being there. Aldis says, you want to keep your hands to yourself next time, because now you've got to defend your belt against both those guys in a triple threat match at Crown Jewel.
Should be a good match, that one.
Definitely. Naomi
versus Candice LeRae next, with Indy Hartwell, of course, at ringside. Nothing much to see here before the break, but when we come back, there's still nothing to see. The crowd very quiet. 2 drop kicks and a bulldog get Naomi a 2 count before Naomi ends up outside the ring, kicking Candice from the apron as LeRae was about to go through the ropes. As LeRae goes down to the mat from the kick, the referee checks on her. Hartwell seizes the opportunity and drives Naomi into the ring post before throwing her back into the ring. Bayley's music then hits and she comes charging down, taking out Hartwell. LaRae, looking on from the ring, doesn't realise Naomi's got up, with the glow machine then hitting the full Nelson bomb and covering her for the 3 count, Naomi winning.
Next out, Cody Rhodes and Gunther meet in the ring to discuss their match at Crown Jewel. Gunther starts by asking Cody what he wants to talk about. Gunther thinks Rhodes makes things more dramatic than they actually are. Rhodes questions Gunther's responsibility. Gunther accuses Rhodes of having no guts. Rhodes then attacks Gunther, with Ludwig Kaiser appearing from nowhere and helping out the ring general. As Kaiser and Gunther stand over a down Rhodes, Randy Orton runs out with the Imperium members scattering and heading back up the rampway.
Backstage we see Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis and Ava, NXT General Manager, with Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Damage Control and Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair then walk in, with Nick Aldis saying that at Crown Jewel, Cargill and Belair will be defending their belts against the 3 other teams in a fatal 4-way tag team match. That is going to be crazy.
It's going to be busy. If you like what we're doing, give us a subscribe. Here's the last match of the night. Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY in a WWE Tag Team Championship No. 1 Contenders match. Shelley and Gargano start us off, with wrist locks, reversals, counters and headlock takedowns. Gargano getting a 1 count cover. Ciampa then tags Gargano so he can get a piece of the action, taking down Shelley with clubbing blows, before Shelley tags in Sabin, with the 2 then double teaming Ciampa. Gargano then tags back in with DIY, returning the favour and double teaming Sabin. Johnny Wrestling getting a 2 count cover. Gargano then slingshot spears Sabin as Ciampa deals with Shelley outside the ring. Back from the break, we see Sabin crossbodying both DIY members from the top rope and then hitting a spinning tornado DDT on Ciampa.
Very nice.
Motor City then hit a combo move with Gargano stacked on Ciampa's shoulders, Shelley getting a 2 count on Gargano. Ciampa then hits a running knee on Sabin and covers him for a 2 count. Gargano tags back in and goes for a super kick on Sabin as Ciampa holds him. Sabin ducks with Gargano hitting Ciampa instead. This then allows the Motor City Machine Guns to hit their double team move, Skull and Bones, with Shelley covering Johnny Wrestling for the victory. As they celebrate in the ring, the Bloodline head out and we go to a break.
When we come back, the Bloodline are in the ring, as is Nick Aldis. Aldis telling Solo that we're not doing this tonight. Solo responding that we've got no problem here. Solo asks Brooklyn to acknowledge him before welcoming the Machine Guns to SmackDown and then saying he's their tribal chief. Sabin then introduces himself and Shelley to the Bloodline, adding that they'll happily take the tag team titles off them any place, any time. Solo mocks Sabin. Can I just say, Solo is funnier than we give him credit for. I mean, I'm still thinking of him turning up on Raw with those tickets. I got tickets, one for me, one for him. He plays it so well. He's brilliant.
He does, yeah.
After mocking him, Solo says, as you're here on SmackDown and you want to make an impact, very good, Solo, why don't we have a tag team match right here, right now? Aldis steps in, basically saying no, as he knows the odds are stacked against Motor City, when Shelley interrupts, telling the Bloodline to give them their title shots right now. Aldis asks everyone if this is what they want. All agree, so he calls out a referee and we have an impromptu match for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
So, last match of the night, again. The Bloodlines, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa against the Motor City Machine Guns for the WWE Tag Team Championships. All 4 men start off in the ring swapping blows before we head to the break. We come back and the tag champs are dismantling Alex Shelley, but as they miss a double team move, Solo gets attacked outside the ring by Jimmy Uso. Big Jim then super kicks Jacob before Solo recovers and beats up Jimmy, Fatu then joining in. As the 2 beat Jimmy, someone's music hits. It's Roman Reigns. Fatu runs to meet him on the ramp, but he gets Superman punched. Solo follows, but Reigns ducks his attack before Jimmy joins in and all 4 fight their way back up the rampway.
Back in the ring and Sabin missile drop kicks Tama and then lines him up in the corner. As he runs over to attack Tama though, Tonga pulls the referee in front of him with Sabin crushing into him. With the ref down, Lower leaves the ring to get 2 chairs. He tosses one in the ring to Tama, and as he himself is about to re-enter the ring, a hooded figure appears behind him. Lower turns and then gets super kicked and thrown over the announcer's table by the figure. The figure enters the ring, super kicks Tama, hitting him with a chair and then sparing him. The figure then reveals himself to be Jey Uso. Sabin and Shelley then proceed to hit Skull and Crossbones on Tama Tonga and pick up the victory. Motor City Machine Guns become the new WWE Tag Team Champions, care of Jey Uso.
With the Gunners gone, Jey is left alone in the ring when Jimmy makes his way back out into the ring. Jimmy approaches Jey and the two brothers embrace. The crowd go wild and I tear up as we see Roman Reigns standing at the top of the rampway looking on as SmackDown comes to an end.
Emotional.
Very.
So, one more member needed, and I think we have our main event at Survivor Series.
Yes.
Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Yeah.
So, Sammy,
Maybe.
maybe The Rock, bring back Tamina.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't... I know, okay, Sammy was an unofficial Uso.
Yeah.
But it's got to be Bloodline versus Bloodline. You can't just be like, oh, make up the numbers. I think it probably will be Sammy.
It makes sense for the full storyline.
But I mean, who's going to win that? Oof, I don't fancy predicting that.
No.
Anyway, thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you Tuesday for our look at Raw.